Live tonight on American Zombie. Like to say what's up, Azroom. Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure, my brother. Got the link pinned to the top of the chat. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on with the AI. AI all over the place. We already see the politics are just on another level. I mean, the United States, I don't even know. I mean, it gives a reflection of what is around the world. We just don't see it as blatant as it is, but it is. But as concerning the human origins that I've been working on, the book, the production, publication, and stuff, I've been thinking about putting it in the form of a movie because I've been seeing just how audiobooks are actually overtaking the ebooks, and I can understand why somebody would want to listen to an audiobook over that. And it's I guess this just recently happened, 24 to 25, driven by high growth digital sales. And so of course, if a movie or a film or a short documentary is not animated to a point to where you have to be watching it because it's like explaining a schematic or something, then yeah, I would think that somebody who publishes a documentary could have people listen to it and understand a majority of what it's saying. Unless, like I said, there's a lot of schematics and pictures that need to be, seen, or at least to be viewed, even if it's not with the program, to understand some of the context, especially when, like, anybody can see these ancient civilizations and stuff like that. You look at some of the pictures of the artifacts and the structures, and it gives you a lot of an easier way into seeing, to say, oh, like they said, a picture says 1,000 words, right? And a movie is more than 1,000 pictures. We see that. So yeah, the audio book. So that's why I was thinking the Fabricated Man coming out as a short documentary audio type film, probably close to an hour. I should have a trailer for it soon, thinking within a couple of days, just to see exactly what direction I want to put that in. The book is definitely going to come out. It's just that with the fact that I have to put videos out, the show every day, I would like to talk about the human origin subject, but I wanted to wait for it to be out. I can do a few things at the same time, and it allows me to go forward in the direction with the human origins in the book instead of dealing with, I know they're relevant, politics and religion and other stuff that pop up, but it's not really the exact topic that I would like to focus on most of the time. It isn't as focused because most, as we see, most channels will go with the flow. They have a thing, anything that pops up in the news, it's just like everybody runs to it. Okay, this is what's going on now. The thing with earlier, just a couple of days ago, the Epstein thing was all over the place, right? Before that, they were arguing about something else. After the Epstein thing was the during that was the post, the tweet with the offensive tweet they were saying, right? All different types of distractions, and it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous when you look at the childlike type of distractions for the new year that has already started. It's February, and the volume is gradually rising to the point where it gets to the point to where it's almost deafening. It's the ignorance and stupidity that we talked about, the stupor, the daze, the people being in a phase of growth, stuck in there, becoming immature, never progressing beyond those modes of thought, those types of behavior. That's actually a really accurate way to put it in, is that it's a type of behavior that people get stuck into. I hope the mic is coming in clear. But yeah, it's they get stuck into that mode, and we see it with a lot of people that play these character. They play these character roles out. They try to act tough, right? And when we see what all of these people that act tough, we always see it. We see it change. We every time, every single time, because you can only be angry for a set amount of time. And even if you're that angry, come on. I mean, you can't control your anger. It's as if somebody's just looking for an excuse to go off the handle. And every movie that's out there pushes us to, you say, oh, they did this to his family. Now he's going for revenge. They did this to this. He's going for revenge. It's like, how many times? How many times does that have to go on? All of the military movies. Look at Clint Eastwood, his Hamburger Hill thing. When he did that movie, he did a lot of. He tried to jump on the military bandwagon, and the general, it sent a lot of in the real life accounts. A lot of people. That's why they call it Hamburger Hill. A lot of people turned into basically like hamburger meat. It was like a analogy for the people that got butchered, basically, on that. And then the colonel, I think he eventually got promoted to general. That's the saddest thing. When they conquered that hill, they gave it up. And so all that life and stuff that went into doing that. When you look at the Vietnam, just basic maneuvers and strategies and what happened, very suspicious. It was more like a training exercise with real casualties, basically. And it is it's creepy. It's creepy because then, of course, they didn't call that a war too. They said, oh, it's the conflict, the Vietnam conflict, because, you need to have, they say, two armies, and they didn't consider their Viet Cong an organized army, even though they fought tooth and nail. So, yeah, we had that. Just looking through some of the stuff. I didn't plan on staying too long tonight. I figured maybe some short 10, 20, 30-minute streams. There was some articles that I was reading about the atrazine, and a lot of people don't realize that the stuff with the frogs and the fish and the birds and everything in the atmosphere is one part of it. But they had another one. I think it was from the Great Lakes. I got to find the study where it was about seagulls eating fish that had been affected by the atrazine, and the fish and other river life and lake in the Great Lakes. It started to show signs of like a changing in the sex, and the seagulls that ate them had offspring that exhibited this as well. This is like some frightening beyond, body snatcher type stuff, and nobody cares. We look at the other stuff that has happened in schools with just a constant thing like that. Just I'm kind of wondering what's going on with that, with all of this, the teachers doing stuff to students while they're in school. Why? And why is this not more of a big thing as far as exposing it? Makes you wonder if they're trying to protect it, or again, the experiment, looking for our response. But yeah, I figured 10 minutes, cool. If not, it's not really much. I know it's impromptu stream Wednesday night, but appreciate everybody. As room, good to see you. Always everybody that came around, listened to it a little. I'll try to do something in the daytime tomorrow. That's why I'm not streaming too long tonight. But yeah, the daytime tomorrow, and then maybe start doing daytime streams. But take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.